Good afternoon. Our names are Veronica, Olivia, Terenay, and Nasir, and the project we've created and will be sharing with you today is our COVID Safe Food Share Table. As you all know, we've been learning about UN Global Goals these past few months in design thinking, and the goal we ended up choosing was goal number 2, which
Sounds like we may be having some technical difficulties with the sound. All right, Veronica, do we have you back on sound? So if one of the other group members wants to jump in and go ahead and pick up where she left off.
the goal we chose was goal number 2, which is zero hunger. After weeks of researching, we realized that there's so much more to this conflict than just hungry people on the streets. There are many subtopics that fall under this major unsolved problem, which is why we came up with a unique idea to help solve 2 factors of it. We found that lack of nutrition and mass majorities of waste are huge aspects of zero hunger that we strive to contribute to solve. We care about the health of communities and making sure that all food is being consumed to as many people as possible, while also making sure to sanitize the area every hour to stay away from germs and prevent the ongoing and spreading virus COVID-19 as well as other diseases.
Three things we noticed regarding our goal was the lack of nutrition throughout certain parts of cities and the waste of unused and unopened food.
As a group, we're trying to prioritize the lack of nutritious foods that are accessible around our school, as well as reducing waste. We have a 7-Eleven across the street that is popular for scholars to purchase chips and snacks. To contribute to health, maybe our food share table will reduce their hunger and lessen the quantity of snacks that are being consumed rather than fruits and vegetables. By recycling whole fruits and vegetables from the lunch provided to us, we're also contributing to the aspect of waste reduction within our school, as people throw away their leftover fruits that are perfectly okay to later consume. Not only will it cost the school much less money for future meals, but it will support students' diets and help the community. However, due to the recent occurrence and widely spreading virus, which everyone knows is COVID-19, we'll make sure that our table and items being put on and taken off of our model are always sanitized to prevent any spread of germs or disease.
It's okay, other group member, if you want to jump in.
Terry, do you want to read it? Oh, wait. Okay, we considered 10 ways to contribute to this issue. Our 10 ideas consist of care kits for the homeless, to create a donation app, a nutritious vending machine, to build a school-wide hydroponics garden for all scholars to access, a food share table, to volunteer at a soup kitchen, a school garden, a school-wide canned food drive, a social hashtag, and a community garden. And of course, we went with what we thought was the best idea, which is our COVID safe food share table.
I'm gonna read for Veronica since she's not in the thing. Is that okay?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Okay. First said the story. Now, why did we choose zero hunger? Well, simply because we believe everyone should come home to a nutritious meal and should have to worry about where their next meal is coming from. Every day, many people around the world struggle to find themselves and their children a nutritious meal. According to research, In a world where we produce enough food to feed everyone, 821 million people, 1 in 9 still go to bed on an empty stomach. Even more, 1 in 3 suffer from form of malnutrition.
We will solve this problem by using a safe, sanitary, healthy, fair, and easily accessible table to give students the opportunity to contribute to their diet and build a healthy lifestyle at school, while also reducing waste and keeping clean.
Okay. In order to construct our prototype, we need a bin to hold everything, and a table to place the bin on, and of course, poster paper to label our motto. We will use cleaning products such as Clorox wipes, Lysol, paper towels, etc. to clean everything, contribute to our COVID safe aspect of the table.
These are pictures of food share tables found in other schools that we'll now place in ours once isolation comes to an end. It solves the problem by opening up our community to nutritious foods to eat throughout the day and sustain our hunger and health.
From this process, we learned that a lot of people aren't getting access to food. There are many people who are just waiting a ton of it. We now know there are lots of possible ways to help these troubled people, but if it just takes the one who does have access to change and resolve the conflict. We have also learned about the huge amount of people who aren't eating enough nutritious foods, which is why we created our food share table. We weren't able to test it out due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We have learned a lot about our topic along the way and are motivated to change our community and prevent issues regarding simple zero hunger.
We chose this method to solve the problem using a sanitized food share table because it is an efficient way to model and spread awareness to an environment we have access to every day and see that there is a problem we could solve in our community. We want to display a mini version of what we can build throughout the world.
The materials we would be needing would be bins, poster paper, and a table. Not displayed, we will be using cleaning products as well to keep our models sanitized.
When we get started after this pandemic, we'd get the materials we need by Dr. Ward or anyone in the school who'd lend us them, such as tables, chairs, and cleaning products. We'd raise money through a GoFundMe to purchase the small necessary items ourselves, including poster paper and bins.
What we need to learn from this process is people are wasting food, people in food deserts don't have access to nutritious foods, and people aren't sustaining healthy diets due to the lack of accessible foods.
Though we weren't able to model and test out our prototype within the school like we planned, we do realize that there would be some problems that would occur. These include conflicts such as students not sanitizing their hands before they take an item, scholars organizing their foods that are places in bins, not enough food being placed in the bins, or in general, our COVID-safe food share table is not being advertised enough to the students casing our model to fail and not make a difference. To solve these problems for the future, we will put extra sanitizer bottles and make it clear that it is necessary to sanitize your hands before grabbing an item from our model. We will also advertise our table in the morning announcements so that all scholars are aware of what we created to impact.
So thank you for your time.
All right, guys, thank you very much. First, I want to congratulate you on getting through your technical difficulties. I'm not sure what happened to two of you halfway through, but kudos to the other two for kind of picking up and carrying on. And at this moment, I'm going to go ahead and allow you all to unmute yourselves if you have any questions.
Do I stop sharing my screen?
Go ahead and keep it up for the moment being. And do we have any questions for this group?
Okay.
So first, what really inspired you guys to go for this particular global goal?
I think that we did like a lot of research on a lot of different topics. We did research all of them in Mr. Newman's class, and I think this one stood out to us the most because there were so many other subtopics that fell under it, and we thought that we could try to tackle multiple of them at the same time.
Other group members, what about you? Same thing, or did you have different reasons?
Well, many people struggle from like not being able to find a meal, so like they just kind of popped up to me because I think like it's a huge deal nowadays, and so I just really wanted to work with that goal.